What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're looking to get your music reviewed, you can hit up this email that's right here. But today I'm going to hit you up with my thoughts and opinions on this new album from Sampa the Great called The Return. Now, Sampa the Great is a rapper, singer, and songwriter who was born in Zambia, raised in Botswana, and based out of Melbourne. Just had to make sure I looked at my notes and got that shit right because she's coming from a very interesting place. And I didn't know anything about her, man. You guys were just sending in a ton of requests. I did kind of recognize the name because it made me think of Sampa, the R&B singer from the UK. But hey, man, I checked this project out. I'm glad you guys put me up on it because I think it's honestly an album of the year contender. I really enjoyed this one, and I've been excited to talk about it. Now, the first thing I will say is don't be turned off by the length of this project because it is 19 tracks and it runs over an hour, because there is a lot of versatility, variety, and depth on here, all of which I am going to break down. So we're going to start it off with that single OMG. This is an all-out slapper. It kind of reminds me of Missy Elliott mixed with MIA, just this eccentric banger where she really showcases some great flows, personality, and energy. And the other single, Final Form, is a bit more traditional with that funky soul sample that they got happening. So right out of the gate, these singles are showing you that she can do very different styles. She's on her boasty shit on this song with lines like, shit is basic, past credentials, but understand your favorite rapper, peep my goat potential. You are just going to pick up on so much personality and life as you listen through this project, man. On every song, she switches her voice up. She can easily go from rapping to singing to using different styles with her voice. She just does it all so effortlessly and smooth. Really a fun listen, and I think these two songs highlight that. But on the flip side, she's also great at smoothing things out, and I think she delivers some really great R&B tracks on here. On the song Summer, it is just softer than velvet, and you're getting whispery vocals and sax all over it, kind of a sexy track as far as the sound goes. And then with Brand New, this is a love joint that borrows from the Stylistics classic by the same name, with her and Silent J just coming together to make this very nice R&B rap joint. I think Silent J has great vocals on this song and some of the others as well, and he's also listed as one of the main producers on this album. There are a couple other names that pop up, but he did most of it, so we got to give Silent J props, man. He absolutely killed the production, and it really sounds like these two have great chemistry because she fits the beats perfectly. When he's singing with her, it sounds good. You're going to get plenty of nice harmonies and layers as well, which I'm going to get into now because I think the vocalists on here really helped uplift the project. You got Hussein on Any Day, where we also get a groovy beat as Sampa makes it clear that she's not in it for the praise and awards. The song Leading Us Home, this track has some of the album's best harmonies to go along with the bluesy feel. And then on the song Diamond in the Rough, Thando delivers an incredible hook. I think she just steals the show with her voice on this. There are so many great vocalists that help make these songs better, like I just said a couple seconds ago. God damn it, I'm just all over the place on this because there's so much to get into, and it is a long album, so I'm kind of bouncing around. But another perfect example of vocalists coming together to uplift a song is on the title track, because it's like 9 minutes long. It has this shifty, switching, jazzy instrumental that goes on, and all these different voices are coming in and out of it to help keep things interesting. So I thought that was a great song, and really, like, everybody just came together on this so well. You know, sometimes you listen to an album when the features come in, they're just not placed well, there's not a lot of chemistry, things just seem out of place. That is not the case on this album, man. It really seems like a lot of time and thought went into putting everything in the right place, and it shows, man. I can tell just by listening to it. But to go along with some of the great sounds I've spoken on so far are some pretty interesting topics and some deep subject matter as well. You're really in for themes of growth, self-love, and discovery as you listen through this. Like on Grass is Greener, this is a slinky joint that sounds like something you'd hear in a smoky lounge. You got Sampa spitting, I'm only trying to figure me out, I love myself, and this is truly who it's about. She's just realizing that she's got to focus on herself and not get caught up in the bullshit. And the opening track, Moana, has her speaking on the pain that she's felt as she was on this mission to find herself. There also seem to be themes where she's dealing with where she comes from and, you know, just getting used to where she is now in Melbourne. So she's been around the world, she's lived in different places. This opening track has a lot of African elements as far as the instruments go. You're even getting some different languages on here, so I didn't understand everything that was being said. It just has a very mystical feel to it. Not mystical like get on the flow, but mystical like, you know, ancient magic and shit like that. What the fuck am I talking about? I don't know. You know what the word mystical means, man. I'm trying to get clever here. Just, it has a mystical sound to it, not like the rapper is what I'm trying to say. The shit ain't that crazy, but, you know, it just has this African percussion on it. Really cool shimmering feel to the production. And I think it's really cool how she put her culture all over this album, not just with her content, but also with the sound. Some of these themes she's getting into. Even on Dare to Fly, you're getting these chants and also some more of that shuffling percussion. So I know this type of music sometimes sometimes is described as world music, but I feel like that's such a broad term that encompasses so many different things because the world is so damn big. But hey, I guess that's what people would say, and I could say that here. But moving forward to continue with those themes of growth, on the ever soulful joint Heaven, she says that inner peace is the new success. That is just a mantra that I think could be plastered on everybody's wall. It's a really good way to look at things instead of competing with other people and just thinking about the wealth. You just got to be happy with what you're doing. And then on the song Made Us Better, this is the perfect outro because things come full circle. She says, we made it through the fire and it made us better. And even the beat adds to the celebratory feel, as well as these harmonizing vocals that come in, man, from Lori, Bodie, and Silent J. The way the vocals on this build together and swell up, mwah, chef's kiss. It is beautiful. There are just so many great performances and harmonies all over this. So you're going to get a lot of stuff stuck in your head. If you like that type of sound, you are going to love what's happening here. There's just so many things I like about this, man. It's hard to really break it down. I know I've been all over the place, but that's because it's a long album with so much different shit going on. It's hard to really do a nice cohesive review that's snug, unless you're going to do one of these lazy short ones like some of the ones I've seen out there. But I really wanted to go a bit more in depth and just speak on the things that I like. So I also appreciate how, she just comes across as so authentic. She loves to speak on black culture and black excellence, and also the bullshit in the rap industry, man. She's got a couple of good jabs at that going on. Like on the song Time's Up, this one has a bit of a West Coast feel to it, as her and Crown showcase a lot of chemistry with their bars. They're just going back and forth, and they are ripping apart the culture vultures. There's a line on here that says, blackface industry, lying, don't invest in me, only want the money off our backs like history. Thought that was a great line. And also, we the inspiration, we the motivation, take our ideas and then you resell it in variations, man. She really is just going in on the culture vultures and how the industry is fucked up, man. There's so much I could say. I could do a whole video on that. We see how it is now, how some of these stars are basically just manufactured. They don't give a fuck about art. They don't give a fuck about culture and songwriting and all that. They're just putting out this bullshit music. That could be a whole other video, like I said, but I appreciate her calling it out, especially as a black woman who's lived all over the world and has probably experienced a lot of racism and has been held back because of how she looks. I mean, these are topics that she gets into even on the song Freedom. This is another track that I really like, soulful joint with more of those beautiful vocals and harmonies, but she says, what's hot, what's not, what's ours, Sally selling 6 figures wearing Bantu knots. Just again, speaking on culture vultures. And I think, doesn't Iggy Azalea refer to herself as Sally once in a while? For some reason, I'm thinking that just now as I'm recording this. I could be wrong, but I wonder if there's a bit of a shot there, some sort of connection, since we know that she comes from Australia as well. But I thought that was a dope line in regards to culture vultures and people just not giving a fuck, stealing from the culture, making money off it, while meanwhile, you have like a super talented black woman here, Sampa, trying to do her thing, and she's not that well known that I know of. So I thought, I could understand her perspective. And also this line, from the beginning we never winning, they won our image, we the spark. Just speaking on how sometimes, like from her point of view, she has to work extra hard, twice as hard to get half ahead, but then you have these people who aren't as talented who are stealing from her culture and her ideas, and they're just fucking moving up the charts. So that's some bullshit, man, and I appreciate her really speaking on it. And I'm not going to rehash everything here at the end like I do sometimes, man. This is just a really dope project. I'm going to go with a 4.5 out of 5. Really love this one. I've been listening to it a lot. I love the variety of sounds. Look at me, I said I wasn't going to rehash things, but I just started to do it. But I ain't going to. I already talked about everything I like here. God damn it, it's a great album. Check it out. Let me know in the comments section what you think. And the last thing I wanted to say is women are doing dope shit in hip-hop in 2019, man. I have her, Rhapsody, and Little Sims, who are probably going to be in my top 10. No, not probably. They are going to be in my top 10, and some of them might even sneak into my top 5. So that's pretty crazy, man. I think that's dope. There's a lot of quality hip-hop coming from women, so shout out to them putting in that work. But that's all I got to say about this one. Check it out. Hit me up in the comments section with your thoughts and opinions as always. And of course, make sure you do that good YouTube and social media stuff where you show me love and you show me lots of it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you next time.